Sure it does. Got morning dew on it.
I don't know, man. There's just something about fall to me that is just such a fresh start. And what better way to celebrate a fresh start and also a fresh season than some fresh recipes. I found a whole bunch that I think would be really interesting to test, and some of them look really cool. I'm a little bit nervous about some of them because there's so much detail in it. We will prevail. We'll make it through the end, okay? Say it with me now. We are just doing our best. This will be the motto of today's video. I'm also very excited because today's video is sponsored by, I think, one of the first ever brands that Chris and I bought together as a couple for our kitchen, NutriBullet. I don't know what it is, but something about having a blender just really made me feel like I was an adult. So we've been using as a family their latest launch is the NutriBullet Ultra. Look at her. And let me tell you, there is something so nice about taking all the components of a blender and putting it in the dishwasher. Do you know what sucks? Washing a blender by hand. It has a bunch of different cups as well as lids, like a smoothie one, which I think is fantastic. It has a 1200 watt motor, so it's been really good on frozen fruit, flaxseed, anything you have to like grind up. And it's their quietest model to date because the design produces like a lower frequency sound. We were actually, spoiler alert, we were preparing a bunch of the ingredients last night using this thing, and it didn't wake Connor at all. And usually we avoid blending things at night because the noise just usually really carries. It has two different modes, auto where it goes for 30 seconds or pulse so you can have more control over things like pestos and salsas. All of the cups are BPA free, shatter resistant. They're made from 50% recycled content. Everything can go in the dishwasher. The kids have been having so much fun kind of making their own individual smoothies and choosing their own ingredients that go into them. It's been super fun. Check out the full launch and all of the details down below at NutriBullet.com. Big thanks to NutriBullet for sponsoring today's video. And now let's dive into the recipes. And I want to start with the prettiest looking dessert. And when I look at it, it just screams fall. And they're these absolutely beautiful rose apple tarts. I am so excited, and I am going to be so sad if mine don't look like hers. First things first, let's peel some apple. Just forgot some new cutting boards, everyone. Ooh! And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to peel it because we have to get some very like wafer thin little pieces of apple. The oven, by the way, is preheating right now. Actually, it's already preheated, good for me, to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, so we can bake these things up right away. Now, I haven't got apple picking yet, or at least when I'm filming this video, I haven't yet. But that is something we try and do every single year because the apples from an apple orchard, like, incomparable. They're just so good. Okay, I need a knife. I know, everyone, you see this? So I think, based off of the video, she probably cut the apple in half and then cut slices from there and then cut out the core for each slice. I think that's what she did. Let's cut it in half to start. Or maybe she just hacked it out from here. I don't know. That makes more sense to me. It was too triangular to be anything else. Come on out, little guy. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut, again, really thin slices. Cue 4 hours of Rachel very thinly chopping an apple. Not even a full apple, just a half. Like, look at that. That to me, wafer thin. What is that from, Christopher?
Monty Python.
Monty Python, that's right.
Well, monsieur, he's only wafer thin.
Spot on French accent, Christopher. Spot on. Oh, just a little piece. But it is wafer thin.
Wafer.
So sorry. Wafer thin. So hold please while I painstakingly do this. Just kidding. Christopher is preparing the rest of the apple while I get the pastry ready. Team effort. Microwave and butter. We're gonna spread that on with a little bit of cinnamon and sugar. No one's mad at that. Let's just do one at a time. Getting too ahead of myself. First, butter. And then I have some cinnamon and sugar into a bowl. Fantastic. Mix. And then dusting it on. I don't know what it is about dusting on cinnamon and sugar, but there is no dusting. It's dumping. You can dump it strategically, but light dusting, it's not in my repertoire. Skills do not include. That looks great. Now I'm gonna cut each of these into 3 sections. Trying to make them even, you know? That's about even. Please be straight, please be straight, please be straight, please be straight, please be straight. I think it's straight, also be straight, also be straight, also be straight, also be straight. Okay, I don't know what it is, but anytime I try and cut anything, I'm always like very confident that it's a straight line. And it is a straight line on a diagonal. Okay, now's the fun part. Actually, first we have to take our thin slices of apple, courtesy of Christopher. Thank you, Christopher.
Oh god.
And I'm gonna put them on a plate because we have to microwave them with some lemon juice. I assume this is primarily just to like soften them up. So I have my apple here, a little bit of lemon juice to, all over myself apparently, to discourage browning. Massage that in. I don't know where to do this. Over here? Don't mind me over here massaging my apples. Okay, into the microwave. 1 minute, go.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
This doesn't look right. Okay, in reviewing it again, the sections that it looked like in the video, it looked like a big piece cut into 3, but I think it's actually cut into 6, like one singular piece of pastry. Okay, here we go again, trying to make straight up and down line. Okay, one more time from the top. So basically, they take the little apple slices, we put them like this, and we layer them. So it's half on the strip of, I don't know if I can see. See how it's like half on? And we just keep layering it all the way down. Do one first and just see if this is the right amount of layering. Oh, that one's hot. Okay, now we roll it. Gosh, I'm so nervous. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Look at this. Oh my goodness, it's a little rose. Oh my goodness, I have to show you, hang on. Look at her, look how pretty she is. Ah! Okay, so we're gonna spray down a muffin tin and I'm gonna put her in there with all the other ones. Oh my gosh, it looks professional. I'm so jazzed about this. Spraying this over the sink. And then plop them in. I'm so excited. Okay, let's do another one. This is not super difficult either, which I'm really excited about. You can see this also being something that would be good to do with like kids too. I bet my kids would really enjoy this. Okay, and now we roll. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. Okay, got too excited. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna do this until I run out of apple and then into the oven it goes for about 20 minutes. So while those bake, we're going on to the next recipe, which I feel like might be a good, just something a little bit different for lunches. And it's this roasted tomato mozzarella kind of roll up. I'm curious if my kids like it too, because that would be a really good and super easy lunch to like do in advance, you know? And we're gonna start by making our own pesto because pesto typically has tree nuts in it and I can't consume those. So I found a recipe that uses sunflower seeds instead, so we're gonna try that. Okay, what do we need? First up, 2 cups of basil. I keep wanting to say spinach and it's not spinach. This is basil. Actually, it's from our garden. Ooh, fancy. Get in there. Beautiful. I can still smell it in the bowl. I love the smell of basil. Basil and limes, that's it. Those are my favorites. And then we need 1/3 cup of not tree nuts. That's the thing I'm trying to avoid, Rachel. We need 1/3 cup of sunflower seeds. You come over here. There we go. 2 cloves of garlic. 1, 2. A tablespoon of lemon juice. 1/3 cup of olive oil. Or a little more for consistency. Okay, so I'll keep you out for a minute. And then some salt and pepper. All right, now I'm gonna pulse this because I don't want it to be super smooth. And I'm just gonna keep adding a little bit of olive oil at a time just so that it incorporates nicely. Right. Want it to have that nice, like that nice pesto-y consistency to it. That smells amazing. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Just taste test it. Stop. Oh, that's so good. We're gonna start by layering on some pesto onto the base.
I'm all about that bass.
Then on top of this, we're gonna add some slices of mozzarella. Apparently I'm doing mine in rows. Ooh, my roses. Are you done? Oh, coming together, not quite. Get this on here. And then in the recipe they had tomatoes, just cherry tomatoes, and microwave them. I decided to roast mine in the oven, do like a roasted tomato. I feel like the flavor is gonna be really good here. I mean, if I'm going to all the trouble of making a fresh pesto, Oh, that looks good. Like, look how pretty that is right now. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. Now she puts on prosciutto, so if you have that, always put that on. We have, this is fancy. This is Serrano ham. This is from the cottage, because we like to do a little charcuterie board. So, you know, vacation. I'm gonna put some of this down on it. And then lastly, a little drizzle of balsamic, some balsamic glaze. And I just sort of did like a little drizzle situation. This looks so ridiculous. More incredible footage. Look at that. This is a piece of art. Now we're gonna roll it. Yay, I did it. Okay, it looks like, you know, just a normal, I don't know, inch and a half, 2 inches. And then this is gonna go onto a lined baking sheet in the oven at 425 for, again, around 20 minutes. Oh my goodness, and look at what it's done. I'm so excited. While those cool, let's go on to a drink. And this is, again, I tried to keep in the theme of fall, but I really didn't want to go pumpkin. It's too obvious. And also, I don't like it. So I decided we're gonna try a recipe for what they call a dirty chai. And this involved Christopher making an apple syrup for me. So a round of applause for Christopher. So for this, we are going to need Christopher's homemade apple syrup, which made the whole house smell ridiculously good. Oh man, that's so good. I'm gonna start with a tablespoon of that. And then the recipe that I found called for powdered chai, and I couldn't find that anywhere. So I have this. It's just chai latte, but it's drink form. So I'm gonna do a 1/4 cup. Shake it. Ugh. We all knew that was happening. It's fine. So I'll clean this up while I get a shot of espresso. There we go. I also said to add creamer. Oh, but we top with the creamer after. So I'm gonna hold on this then. A beautiful shot of espresso. In you go. And now into here. Shake. Christopher, do you want to come and try some things?
Always.
I have some things. I'm trying to think of what glass to put a dirty chai into. That's what this is.
How much liquid is in it?
Not a lot.
Whatever your heart desires. Okay?
Yeah.
Some ice?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is too much ice. I think it said to put a little bit of ice in. Put a large glass with a small amount of ice. And then, and then also you want to try some things? I have some things to eat. Ooh, that's looking good. Add a little splash of cream. More?
Yeah.
Yeah. I told everyone about the apple syrup you made. It smelled so good.
It did smell nice.
Want to give it a little stir?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then look at this.
It does look good.
Oh my gosh, this is the tomato pesto rolls with the ham in it. There's that one. And then wait. I also got,
Very nice.
that's so pretty. Okay, wait, I want to show everyone. Hold on. Look how pretty that is. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm so excited about it. And then on top of it goes the apricot jam we made last night. We just soaked some dried apricots and then did the blending, the sugar and the pectin. You know, you made jam. Have some of that, and it says to like put it on top. I assume we should like
Drizzle?
no brush.
Drizzle.
Okay. Sorry.
I don't. You fancy.
That's why I don't drizzle, because it just blobs.
Brush.
Now it doesn't.
Brush.
It doesn't look like a rose anymore.
Sure it does. Got morning dew on it.
I don't know, man. Okay, which one are we gonna start with?
This one feels like breakfast.
All right.
Have a go.
Okay. I was like, I'm trying to figure out how to eat this. Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
Man, that's good. Mm-hmm. Very fall.
Very fall.
Yep.
It's so pretty and it tastes good, which is really hard to get both of those.
Actually, you should have a sip of that with it. I'll bet that'll go well.
Ooh. Really get the hit of the apple.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if I like that with the espresso though.
It's more coffee-like than I was anticipating. There's a lot going on there.
So to me, like I get where they're like I like the concept of this more than I actually like the taste of it, because the tartness of the apple is fighting with the bitterness of the coffee. It's such a pronounced apple flavor, and I feel like having it with just the chai would be good. I think the coffee is just, I don't know. It's too many things for me personally as a person. I don't know if I would have that specific one again. You like it though?
Yeah. But I see where you're going with that. Like an apple chai latte would be, of course, great.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, and now this little guy. Cheers.
Cheers.
Come on.
The puff pastry's so good. I know it's better if you make it yourself. I can't do that. Store-bought puff pastry's so good anyway.
Number 1, pizza. Number 2, puff pastry.
It's a long list.
Both of these recipes are very full to me. I'm trying to think what I would change. I might add more pesto.
Yeah, you could use more pesto.
I think I would add more, yeah.
I wouldn't hate sprinkling of like pecorino or parm at the end of cooking. You know, I feel like it could go there.
That would be really good. The
But
roasted
really
tomatoes
tasty.
are phenomenal with that.
Tomato's fantastic in that. Yeah,
so
really
good.
Really
Yeah.
good. Thank you.
Now we're going on to a recipe that I couldn't pass up because they look really pretty. And also because they're my favorite food, cookies. That's right. So starting in the stand mixer, I'm adding 115 grams of unsalted butter. She said not having grabbed a spoon to push that along. Get in there. And 100 grams of granulated, I was gonna say salt. I mean, do add salt, but not that much. This is granulated sugar. And we're going to mix this together until it's nice and light and fluffy. Just going to scrape down the sides. I didn't even say what kind of cookies they are. They are ube cookies, and they're going to be purple and beautiful. And I've tried ube ice cream and I really liked it. So I saw this and I was like very excited to try. All right, it's looking great. We want it to be like a nice, light consistency, whipped looking. And now we're gonna add an egg, mix that in. Now we're adding in a teaspoon of vanilla, and we're gonna be adding in the ube puree, which is halaya, ube halaya or halaya ube. And this recipe also called for ube extract, which I don't have, but it seems like the rationale for it is that it adds more purple to the mixture, so I'm just gonna add food coloring because that's what I could find. So this is a labor of love as well. We made this last night, blended it up, and made a nice smooth puree with it. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of myself. I've never cooked with this before. So we're adding in 75 grams of that. Yeah. Because yeah, where it's standing right now, it is looking very different than the recipe. You can see for yourself, not very purple. But unfortunately, I could not find ube extract anywhere. I'm gonna do a little bit at a time. That's looking better. I want it a little bit more purple though. Hang on while I try and color match. All right, I feel like this is a little bit better. So now I'm adding in 160 grams of flour. Mine is that. This is also baking soda powder, you know, cookies. Put that in here. So I'm gonna give this a little mix, just a quick one. Very genteel. Please still be purple, please still be purple. Okay, this is looking good. So now I'm gonna add in white chocolate chips. Oh yeah, and then we're gonna bake them in a 350 oven, and I'm gonna take them out and put more chocolate on top, just to make them look extra fantastic. I'm very excited. See you in 10. Christopher, you wanna try a purple cookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
And like, it's purple. Now granted, I did put food coloring in, because couldn't find the ube
Yeah,
extract.
I could not find that anywhere.
However, it looks like the one in the video, which is exciting. So now I'm curious. Oh, look at that.
That's gooey. That is a well-cooked cookie. Well baked, I mean.
Thank you. It's like this is my calling or something. Cheers.
Great cookie. Little bit crispy around the edges, just a touch, which is perfect to me. That's what I want. I could stand maybe a little chewier.
I would bake these a little bit longer because I like a chewier edge. And I'm trying to decide what I want to do with the sugars. I love the ube undernote because it adds this like kind of warm vibe to the cookie, which I really like, but the sugar just hits you so fast. Maybe I won't put as much white chocolate on the top.
So I was wondering, and maybe it's just the influence of this stuff that you made earlier, but like a little bit of grated nutmeg in there maybe, like some kind of warm spice, you know?
Yeah, I think that's what it's just, yeah, it's hits you really hard with the sugary. And if you like a good sugary cookie,
Oh, it's a super sugary cookie. It's very good.
it is very good. Like, and I like that the base isn't too sugary. I think it's just the white chocolate just hits you really hard because I sprinkled some more on top because
There was
that's what
a
they
lot of
said to do. So I might do less of that next time, but I really like the ube in it. Adds a nice vibe. And I mean, the color is
I was gonna
It's
say
just-
purple cookie. That's
It's
fun.
just fun.
That's
It's just
really
fun.
good. Nice. Thank you.
Thank you. I feel like today we made a lot of really good recipes. Honestly, it's not every day that we end up with like so many hits. Let me know in the comments which recipe is your favorite. Big thanks to NutriBullet for sponsoring today's video. You can go and check out the link down below, nutribullet.com, for all of the details on the new NutriBullet Ultra. And check out these videos on the side in case you've missed any, and subscribe, like this video if you want to see more recipes. I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic weekend, and I will see you guys all next week.